Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
In this video, we will present about analysis of project feasibility. This is the task of mathematics of economy and business. We are from group 13, IC Math A2 19. Sorry. This PPT is created by Dwi Sri Lestari and my friend.
My name is Afrian Frizky Alanda.
Then the question is taking primary data or secondary data on a business, then analysis of project feasibility using these three methods. The data is PT Tuta is planning an investment project with is the cost is to 750 billion and the fund is 100 million is working capital, and the remaining is fixed capital with an estimated residual value of ETR is 150 million and has economic age of 5 years. Structure the cost of this project is the variable cost is 40% and fixed cost in case other than depreciation of ETR is 20 billion per year. Tax are accounted at 30%. Sales projection during the economic life are estimated as follows. This is for the years. For the first years is 400 billion, and second year is 450 billion. For third year is 500 billion, and fourth year is 550 billion, and the fifth year is 600 billion. For the first is the analysis is payback period or PP method. The definition of payback period is a specific period of time indicates that the occurrence of cash receipts, cash inflows are cumulatively equal to total investment in the form of present value. Analysis of PP is used to find out how long it is the time it takes the business or project to return the investment cost that is secured. For the analysis, we calculate the proceed that given in the table. This is the data, the sales, variable cost, fixed cost, depreciation, total cost, the tax, depreciation, residual value, or capital in the first year, second year, third year, fourth year, and fifth year. For the total cost is equal variable cost plus fixed cost plus depreciation. And we have the result for first year is 218 billion. For second year is 300 billion. For third year is 320 billion. For fourth year is 340 billion, and fifth year is 360 billion. And proceeds is equal sales minus total cost minus tax plus depreciation plus residual value and plus working capital. And we have proceeds for first year is 184 billion. For second year is 205 billion, and third year is 226 billion. For fourth year is 247 billion, and fifth year is 580 billions. Then we get the table of proceeds each year as follows. first year, second year, third year, fourth year, and 5 years, like that. And we have infestation is 750 million, and for we subtract with proceed first year is 184 million. It's equal 566 million. And we subtract with 2 proceed second year, 205 million. We have 361 million. And we subtract with proceed third year is 226 million. And then we have 135 million, because this is the result of the third year is 125 million, and this is less than for less than the fourth year is 247 million. So this is enough for the subtraction. And then the investment that has not been closed after the end of the third year is 135 million, while the fourth year's proceed is 247 million. So that time required in the fourth year as follows. Time required in the fourth year is equal 135 billion over 247 billion times 1 year, and it's equal to 0,55 years, and the result is 6 months and 15 days. Thus the payback period is PP is equal 3 years plus time required in the fourth year is equal 3 years, 6 months and 15 days. Therefore, payback period is 3 years, 6 months and 50 days. 15 days. Since the payback period is still in the economic age, then the investment is still feasible. Then it will be explained by my friend Afrian.
Okay, thank you, Dwi. I am going to continue the presentation to analysis using the net present value or NPV methods. Okay, next. First, the definition of NPV. NPV or net present value method is the net benefit or difference between the benefits or revenues and the costs that has been calculated with the present value or discount factor. The criteria of NPV is the NPV is greater than zero means that the business is feasible, while where NPV is less than zero means that the business is not feasible, and where the NPV is equal to zero means that the business reach BEP or break-even point. Okay, then we use the discount factor or TF is equal to 18%, and the present value of each years we using the formula of PV proceeds equal to proceeds times 1 over 1 plus R power T, where R is equal to the TF of discount factor and T is the years. We have the table as follows. For the first years, the proceeds is 184 million rupiah, and we calculate the DF column using the formula of 1 over 1 plus R powered by T, where the R is 18% and the T is 1, so we get 0,847. Then we calculate the PV proceeds using the proceed for the first years times the DF, the result of DF, that is 0,847, and we get the PV proceed for the first years is 155 millions and 848,000 rupiahs. And for the second, third, and fourth, and the first years, the way is the same. So we get the total present value of proceeds is 794 millions and 40 490,000 rupiahs. Then the present value of investment from the given information, we know that the present value of investment is 70 and 50 million rupiah. And then we calculate the net present value or NPV using the total present value of proceeds subtracts by the present value of investment. So we get the net present value is 44 millions and 40 and 90,000 rupiah. Okay, next. Then the investment that has not been closed after the end of the 4 years is we calculate like that. That is 750 millions minus 155 millions and 1,848,000 rupiah plus 147 millions and 190,000 rupiah plus 137 millions and 634,000 rupiah until we get the result of the investment that has not been closed after the end of the 4 years is 181 millions and 876,000 rupiah. Then the NPV is the 226 millions and 366,000 rupiah. So the time needed in the 5 years is using the formula of 181 million and 876,000 rupiah divided by 226 million and 366,000 rupiah times 1 years. So we get the result is 0,18 years. That is equal to 9 months and 18 days. So the investment will return for 4 years, 9 months, and 18 days. Then, by using the expected profit rate or the discount rate or DF, that the DF is 18%, we get the NPV of or net present value that is 44 million and 490,000 rupiah. Since the NPV is 44 million and 419,000 rupiah, where is positive, so we get that NPV is greater than zero. Then we can conclude that the investment is feasible. So using the NPV methods, the investment is feasible. Okay, next. Then we are going to analyze using the internal rate of returns method of or IRR. The definition of IRR is a calculation to search for the same interest rate between benefits and the calculate current cost or rate, the discount factor that produce the present value equals zero. The criteria of IRR IRR is greater than PF means that the business is feasible, and when the IRR is less than DF means that the business is not feasible. Okay, next. The next is the analysis using the IRR methods. Using discount factor of 24%, the PV proceeds of each years is using the formula of PV proceed. The formula is PV proceed is equal to proceeds times 1 over 1 plus R powered by T, where R is the discount factor and the T is the years. So we calculate again using the remember that the discount factor of 18% we have calculated in the NPV method. So the result of NPV for the discount factor of 18% is 44 million and 40 490,000 rupiah. And using the DF of 24%, we calculate using formula of 1 over 1 plus R powered by T, where R is the discount factor of 24%, we get the result is 0,806. And then we calculate the PV proceeds is using proceeds that is 184 million rupiah times 0,806, and we get the PV proceed for the first years is 148 million and 304,000 rupiah. And for the second, third, fourth, and fifth years, there is the way is the same, and we get the total present value of proceed is 681 million and 97,000 rupiah. From the given information, for present value of investment is 750 million rupiah. So the net present value for the DF 24% is minus 68 million and 903,000 rupiah. It's from the total present value of profit minus the present value of investment. Okay, next. Then we using the formula of IRR. We denote IRR by the small r. The formula is the small r is equal to P1 minus C1 times P2 minus P1 divided by C2 minus C1, where R is state the IRR or internal rate of returns, and P1 and P2 are state the NPV1 and NPV2. Then the C1 and C2 are state the interest rate. Therefore, we get the R is P1 is 18% and the C1 or NPV1 we get 44 million and 490,000 rupiah. Then P2 is 24% minus 18% divided by C2. C2 is minus 68 million and 903,000 rupiah minus C1. Then we get the IRR is 20,352%. Then since the IRR is 20,352%, that is greater than the rate of returns, since the rate of return is 18%, then the investment is feasible. So we we can conclude that using the IRR method, the investment is feasible. And then the conclusion, by using the three methods that are payback period or PP, net present value or NPV, and internal rate of returns or IRR. For the previous data, we get the result as follows. For using payback period, we get the investment will close in the 3 years, 6 months, and 15 days. That is still in the age of economic. So the investment is feasible. And using NPV, we get the result is 44 million and 490,000 rupiah. That is greater than zero. That means that NPV greater than zero, then the investment is feasible. And using IRR, we get the result is 20,352%. That is greater than the discount factor or rate of returns, that is 18%. So the investment also feasible. So means that using the three methods, the investment is all feasible. Thus, we can conclude that the investment is feasible. Then the source of our investment data is in the link in the PPT. Okay, I think it is enough for our presentation. If you have a question or suggestion, you can write in the commenter column of the video. And thank you for your attention. And Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.